it. I am on an Airbus. Spirit Airlines. I am heading to Atlanta and going to see these tiny houses with the Dragon Tiny House Company in Snellville, Georgia. It is time for the MARTA train in Atlanta.
Next station is Peachtree Center.
Right there.
La siguiente estación es...
Feels like LA, only cleaner. Yeah. Have that MARTA Breeze card and we'll travel. I just paid to ride the train for 2 days because I could, with my card, I could get on and off all day for 2 days. So, yeah, I'm good to go. You do not want to be trying to catch one of these MARTA train escalators if they broken. Because I tried walking one time. I was walking down that sucker and my knees hurt for like 10 days. Almost there. There's some steep shit. Peachtree Center. Which way do I want to go? Oh, yeah. Now. When I visit, I love coming to the Peachtree Center because they have a lot of restaurants in here, and so whatever your palate desires, they got it here. From Jamaican food to African food to Korean, Vietnamese, whatever you want, soul food, they got it here. So like if you're in Atlanta and you're staying in the downtown area, and it's a whole bunch of peach trees down here, so but the Peachtree Center is the place I like to come. It's one stop past 5 Points when you're coming from the airport, and so when I get out of the building here, I'll be walking till I find my hotel. I'm originally from Kansas City, and the traffic there, I used to think the traffic there was bad. Like you get on I-35, I-435 during rush hour, you be crying just a little bit, you know? Like, what's wrong with the traffic? Shit. Moved to Atlanta. I never cried about Kansas City traffic again. I really chose to take public transportation because I want to know my way around. Public transportation is cheaper, it's sometimes faster, it gets you out of the frustration of traffic, but for sure, I didn't want to challenge the Atlanta traffic this time in a car. Not doing it. And I want to drink too. You can drink and catch a train all day. So I'm going to have some downtime after I go see the tiny houses, but I'm just going to drop my luggage off first, and then I'm going to make my trek to the Snellville. I also checked the weather. So besides wearing the right shoes you got to try to wear the right clothes. So, you know, when I'm traveling, I try to at least have a black jacket and look kind of professional in case they want to upgrade me. You know, Spirit you can upgrade too. They got big seats in Spirit up front. I don't know if it's called first class, but they got big seats up there. And the weather here is going to be like up in the 80s today, so I'm layered. I've got a t-shirt and some camouflage pants on, and I just brought a few things. You know, my bag isn't even full. I just bought a few things to change into for later, but for sure, like I said, my appointment's at 11 o'clock, so I'm going to take my time, walk through, you know, jump my public transportation, probably hop a few scooters, and then I'm going to, you know, have some downtime down here downtown. I'm going to find a place to eat. I'm going to find me a place to have me some drinks. About to go into the hotel, see if I can drop off this luggage, my little bag, and check in later. You know, it'd be real nice. Sometimes they let you check in real early. Oh, wow.
Hi, welcome to our check-in is over there.
Over there? Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here I go. On my way to Snellville, to this tiny house place. It's about 9 o'clock. I have a couple of hours to get there before my 11 o'clock appointment. And it's going to take me, it says an hour and 26 minutes to get there. So I should be getting there well ahead of time. So back in the Peachtree train station. Booyah. My appointment's for 11 o'clock, but I've already called the company and told them I'm running late because I'm on public transportation. They said, okay, thanks for calling. I am now waiting for my lift, which is the last leg of my trip. I made it. I'm here. Okay. Like, wow. Everything that's on the YouTube channel. Dang. They got some models here. Wow, it's a huge warehouse. This is gonna be so much fun. These are amazing. They're so beautiful. Okay. Predicted by Arlo. Hello. Okay. I hear somebody here. Hello? Hello? So I just called Steve and he's coming around now. Wow, to see them up close, and now I'm gonna get a chance to walk inside one. Man, I can really see something like this on my property. Pretty. Yay! Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Ah,
We had some travels today, huh?
oh my goodness, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh my
Here's
goodness.
some cards.
Thank you so much.
Hand them out to your friends.
I will, don't
Play
worry.
poker with them.
Okay.
So, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, now, have we talked in the past? Like,
Yeah.
and, like, you were driving at one time, too? Or maybe-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
You have some land out there somewhere, right?
I have land in White Hills, Arizona.
Yes.
So that's near Hoover Dam,
Yeah,
like maybe like 45 minutes outside of Las Vegas.
I recall.
Grand Canyon. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
great.
they're very strict, but they're very RV friendly. So they
Okay.
said we can have that on our property. The HOA, believe it or not, has
these are-
HOA for
These are
dirt.
pretty much defined as an RV.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love it.
They don't have, so there, I will say this though, so RVs have, so there's the industry, so there's like 4 or 5 big players, and they have this rating system that they use. It's called RVIA.
Yes,
You know,
yes, I've heard
ours
about
are
that.
not RVIA rated
Okay.
because it costs $200,000
Damn.
to join that.
Okay.
And, but we believe ours are better. Ours are NOAA rated.
Okay.
And by that, these are all independently inspected as it's
Okay.
being built.
Okay.
Where RVIA, it's self-inspected. They
Wow.
inspect it.
Oh,
so
wow.
big difference.
Cool.
And ours are built to the National Residential Building Codes.
Okay.
Theirs are built to their own code.
Okay.
So, just
Okay.
FYI, if anybody
Cool.
gets into that, we can always send you information on that.
Okay,
We can
cool.
Get anything in there. But
Okay.
having said that, I guess I kind of want to back up and you just kind of want to get a flavor for
But
it?
I was interested in the VISTA.
Okay.
I did want to see the Genesis. I mean, I've been watching all of your
Okay.
stuff on your channels, and I'm just impressed with everything. But I'm totally off grid, so there's no. I mean, we're close to the Hoover Dam, so we have the power lines. But I don't want any electricity. I don't want a septic system.
Okay.
I just want
How are we
solar
doing?
power.
Oh, solar. Okay. All right.
Solar, and I would like composting toilet, or at
Okay.
least
Easy.
yeah, I'm thinking composting would be better than the incinerator toilet.
It's cheaper.
And yeah, and then that way I could just stay
Yeah.
off grid and keep it all natural, and
Yeah. What are you
yeah.
gonna do for water?
Well, we have you can have a well dug because we're near the Hoover Dam, and
Okay.
I think veins from the Colorado River.
Okay.
But I'm probably not going to do that anytime soon.
Okay.
But most of the people that have their acre or whatever, they have their water tanks.
Okay.
And then we have like a place where we can fill our water tanks up 25 cents a gallon. So
Okay.
can't beat that. They've already tapped a well for our community, and we can
Okay.
just
Fair
drain
enough.
from that.
Fair enough.
If I had 2 units, which is, I would really like to get 2 units.
Okay.
Minimum.
Sure.
In my dream, I would want 4 at
Okay.
least, So, but I'm going to be retiring soon. So I'm looking
Remember
at,
you saying that.
having some extra income.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, absolutely.
Creative.
Well, let's get you
Okay.
started. We'll
Okay.
start at our premium model.
Okay.
And that'll kind of show you what you can do, and then
Okay.
I'll take you through the others. They'll be not as glamorous as that one, but
Okay.
you can always dress them up. So
Cool beans. Wow. Yeah. OMG. So nice.
feel free to walk around.
Wow. Is this the VISTA?
This is the VISTA. That's right.
Oh my God.
So this is the VISTA that's been decked out. This is the 24-foot. We are designing a 32 to have more living space.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot.
So that's a loft up there. That'll fit.
Okay.
Right now, that'll just fit a twin,
Twin. Okay.
so that you could actually have room.
Yes.
uh,
yes.
On either side, and those doors would open with a twin.
Okay.
If you had a full, it'd go wall to wall.
Right. And then there's the bump out, so it's got a little.
Yes.
Storage
a little place
space
for
up
storage
there.
Up there as well.
Wow. Okay.
And
Look at the
for this one, we have
bathroom.
tile shower.
Okay. Wow. Put your hands on the walls, if as my mother used to say.
But
Put your hands off the wall.
I don't have the power on right now, but
Okay.
up there above is LED hidden,
Oh my gosh.
and
okay.
it's everywhere in the house.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love the sink, everything.
Yep, pine ceiling in
Okay.
there.
Smells so good.
And there's, again, up in the ceiling, all the way around, there's LED.
Okay.
With LED in here as well.
Okay.
This is a drop-down projector screen.
Projector screen. Okay.
Fireplace. Wow. You put your
Wow.
projector up there.
Okay. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I have this couch that I don't want to part with. That I got from IKEA. It's like the ultimate comfort I've ever had, and I wondered if it would fit, but I think it would fit here because it's a sofa, but it has the shades attached to it. So, but I think it'll work. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, this cabinet, it doesn't come standard with a regular
Okay.
VISTA, so you would have more
so
room.
there would be more space.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And normally,
I love
I
that.
take you into the regular VISTA, the normal VISTA
okay.
kind of ends somewhere. Kitchen's right about here. You get your choice, or you
Yeah.
add cabinets, wall cabinets.
Okay. Okay.
This one also has this. This is an add-on as well. I mean, all
Okay.
these things in here are kind of add-ons, but place for
Sure,
for work.
sure.
Big
Okay.
fridge.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
10 cubic foot.
Wow. Okay. I love it. Can I just look upstairs
Sure.
real quick? Okay. Because I kept seeing, I said, oh my God, they got stairs. That's, I just need to see if my,
It's going to have
My-
a little give because then
yeah.
it's stabilizer.
yeah, it's a little bit of, it's a little steep, but it's not too bad. All right. Going up. And this is the loft bedroom. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Very nice. My grandkids would not be running up and down those stairs.
Yeah.
Closet over there if you want to use it for closet. Storage is great.
Gas stove.
Okay. Okay.
Propane.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Normally,
Perfect.
so that's a real extra add-on type thing. Normally, we do just an induction cooktop.
Okay.
You know, it's just on the counter.
Yeah.
Electric.
Okay.
But anyway, just FYI. And then this
Sure.
has an 18-inch dishwasher.
Okay. Oh, you got the dishwasher.
And then place for
Okay.
a combo washer dryer.
Okay. Even 2 burners would be enough for me.
Yeah.
But I love
And
this
generally
one
for a lot of
too.
people in a tiny home, it is.
Yeah.
A lot of folks will just get a conduction. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 8.5 by 24.5.
Correct.
Or 8.5 by 24.
Right, and then get
Okay.
the bump out.
And the bump out.
And then our new models, just FYI, this
Mm-hmm.
is where we have the heating unit for the hot
Okay.
water.
Okay. Great.
So it's inside, more
Awesome.
insulated.
Okay. Wow. You thought of everything. Okay. Impressive.
So then the next one is our Kemi unit.
You said Kimmy?
Kemi, Kemi.
Okay.
This one's more of
Okay.
a cabin style.
Gotcha. Okay.
Been very popular.
All right. I love
If we
that.
built this one's sold. It's actually going right down the road, ironically.
Okay.
If we built another one, we wouldn't have this cabinet here. We would take
Okay.
these lights out and have
Okay.
a Murphy bed that would be a little higher up.
Oh, okay.
So it would be easier to fold up than this.
Sure.
But
Okay.
you can still get a fireplace, TV.
Right. Okay. Wow. TV up there. I love the big windows.
Yes.
I love that.
Actually, we're kind of renowned for having really big picture windows.
Yeah. Because we have, like, where I'm at, like, I'm 3,600 feet elevation. So the sunrises and sunsets are just amazing. So, I think that if people were visiting and, doing a retreat and wanted some Zen time, that having the windows and not to be able to have to go outside,
Yeah.
that would be excellent.
That way you can still have the air conditioning going.
Right, right. So this is, let me just,
Yeah,
let me see if I can do this.
This is a kind of a display. You can go up
Sure.
it'll hold, but it
Okay.
just doesn't
But this
have the
is
flat.
not-
It doesn't have the
Gotcha. So this is not like the standard ladder.
Yes,
then.
correct.
Okay, and then it has the induction cooktops
Yes.
over there in the sink. Okay, I'm going to see if my 65 years can do this. My brother keeps telling me I can't, but I told him I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm 1 year behind you.
Okay. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Okay.
And then in the bathroom,
Okay.
tiny little, that's cut moments like an RV sink.
Oh, yeah,
We got
cool.
shelving in here,
Okay.
32-inch shower.
Okay.
This is very nice. If we do another one, we'll probably have a bump out.
Yeah, gotcha.
With a bigger sink.
Okay, and then the toilet there. And, okay. Some walls for shelf behind that. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Put some
Yeah.
shelving there.
So this is 8 by 20?
8 by 20, correct.
Gotcha. Okay, so you said Murphy's bed. Okay. I don't know, I just still feel like I need a loft. It's just like tiny house loft. I can't get that out of my mind, but I do like the Murphy bed idea.
Yeah.
I think that would
we
be
can put
great.
that in any of them.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
That's right. So now I'll show you more of a basic Vista.
Okay.
This one's sold,
Okay.
going up to New York.
Wow.
But so there's just kind of got some different ways.
Okay. Okay.
So the things that she changed is the ceiling and then the railings.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So normally that would just be regular shiplap, so the white shiplap,
Okay.
and then a steel bar, steel
Yeah,
railings
yeah.
there.
I like the steel bar.
She actually got cancer as well.
Wow.
And you know, a while ago, and so we did a lot of this other stuff kind of for free.
Sure. Oh,
But
awesome.
normally you want to get a cabinet or shelving or this shelf over there
Yeah.
behind you. But if we were to do it, it would, you know, it's probably like $1,000.
Okay. Love it. I love this space
Yeah,
over
it's a
here.
lot
I
of
think,
space.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like my couch, if I wanted to keep the shades too, I could, because it's attached, but I could detach it.
Well, here's the other thing: is you don't have to have this cabinet here.
Right.
You can put a bigger cabinet here,
Okay.
and so you even have more room. Or you could actually then, you know, if we did a new build, you would say, hey, well, I want a little bit more cabinet space in the kitchen. And
Yeah.
You didn't want a dishwasher. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Okay.
so you can always add that.
This
She
is
did get a compost toilet.
Oh, cool. Cool.
You know, so
Great. Was it Nature's Hair?
Nature's Head.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yep.
Perfect. Wow, okay. Shower. Okay.
Yep. So that's standard shower, 36-inch shower. So that's good size.
Absolutely.
You know, then
Okay.
adding the sink.
Love the sink. Okay. Very nice. And yeah, I like this barn door too.
I like it unfinished.
Yeah, I do too. I like that. That's really nice. I love it. Oh wow. Okay. And this is a 2-burner.
2-burner.
Induction.
That's our standard.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I need.
Yep.
And let folks know she's only cooking for herself.
Yeah. I use 1 burner. If I use 2, if I use 1 burner, I can cook. If I use 2 burners, I end up cooking myself or burning myself.
Sounds familiar.
Actually, I have that element home over here too.
Okay.
That's the elements. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
This one's more of a backyard house.
Okay.
She shed, office.
Ah.
I sell a lot of these for people that do short-term rentals, like 2 or 3 day rentals. They'll put a bed in here,
Yeah.
and a TV and a chair.
Okay.
There's not a lot of cooking. You know,
Okay.
that's
Right.
the space, so
Okay.
it's not like a kitchen.
Right.
It's more like a hotel on wheels.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
if-
very bright.
yeah.
It's very kind of homey.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
It's bigger than I thought because I think I saw one on your video and I thought that's kind of small, but it feels bigger than I thought it was.
The windows really help too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bathroom in there.
And I mean, even if you had like, you know, because there's folks that camp a lot, if you have like a cover for the sink and you just wanted to put your, like a butane, stovetop there, you could still,
absolutely. Yeah.
you know, fry some bacon if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I lived in one of these units for about 3 months.
Okay.
I had a cooktop, you know, and I had a microwave.
Yeah.
Actually, what I did is I had a set of shelves, you know, like those things that you have baskets in, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
the cubes.
Cool.
So I actually had one where I could have my microwave on top and I had storage and yada yada.
Okay.
So I had a lot of canned goods or whatever, and so I was able to kind of do some cooking at the end.
Yeah.
Very cramped, but you know, it was doable. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And I remember seeing this because I thought this is a nice little use of the space for like closet or.
Yeah. I would put a bar there to get clothes and then some, you know, shelf or two.
Right. Awesome. Okay, cool.
Yep. The other drawback on this, I should say, is it doesn't have a bathroom sink. Well, the sink's right next to you, so anyway.
You want this closed?
Yes, please.
Gotcha. Okay. So how much does it cost to insure these? Can you insure it like an RV?
Yes.
Oh, great. Because RV insurance is cheap to me.
Or part of your homeowners, if you can.
Okay, yeah.
This is our new line. This is an Aria.
Okay, yes.
This has been very popular. This is a 24-foot. I have a 20-foot version as well.
Wow, okay. Yeah, let me look at that. Yeah, I like the living space. So this is the 24. Because you had ladders at first to the loft and now you have the
Yes,
stairs.
correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is actually in the Genesis family.
Okay.
So the Genesis is 16,
Mm-hmm.
then the Aria 20, and
Okay.
then now the Aria 24.
Okay. Okay.
And the thing that defines those it's the galley kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Right. Gotcha. Galley kitchen. Yeah.
And this one's accommodatable to a lot of different things. You can put a dishwasher in here.
Mm-hmm.
You could take this cabinet, could come out easily. We could put a fridge, even a bigger fridge over here.
Right. Yeah.
So like for a gal I'm talking to, she wants more counter space.
Okay.
She wants a washer dryer.
Gotcha.
And then she wants another cabinet, and then she wants an open with a counter on top. Then more cabinets. So she has like a really big kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And this could be a closet space if you wanted to
yeah.
hang stuff up there. Okay.
Then we can put doors on.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for a lot of folks, what I've done is put a cabinet up and then a microwave.
Okay.
And then maybe a set of shelves there.
So are these shelves like attached to?
They are, and those are actually LED, so they light up.
Wow.
So
I love that.
you know, kind of take those out as a little bit of pain, but
yeah. And does that come with it if you guys? Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
if you didn't want them, we wouldn't charge to take them out. But we would, you know, like for a cabinet or whatever.
Sure.
I mean, indirectly, you're paying about $100 for us to rebuild.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Because we can't because they're wired.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We got to fill the holes back in.
Like who wouldn't want those? I love that.
Well, you know, the thing is, we probably won't do that anymore.
Okay.
Because you don't get a lot of shelf space with that. It looks really cute.
Yeah.
But if you're really looking for a place to put your things, that's not doing it. So we probably won't do that anymore.
I have 4 plates, 4 bowls. 4
Yeah.
I'm
that
like,
might be more than enough. Yeah.
yeah. It's like solo life has been good to me.
But this one, you know, it's great. You know, you got a nice sized living room. You got
Right.
a place to sit down for a bar.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
here you can do some work.
Right.
You know, it's you know, big windows. This one's cute.
I love it. Wow. Ceiling fan. Okay. And of course the loft. Let's try the loft.
Big loft.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Huge, huge, huge. Okay.
And then if you didn't want this wall, we could just do, you know, iron.
Just the iron rail. Yeah.
But a lot of people keep the wall. We could put an outlet there, so you could have a TV there.
Okay. Yeah. A little bit more privacy too. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, but this one has such room in the first floor without even any interference from the wheel well that you can actually do a pull out.
Right. Okay. Not bad. And this is the Aria.
Aria 24.
Aria 24.
It's like double stack.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's fully charged before we left, and one little solar array, and that powered the whole weekend, air conditioning, the whole business.
Get out.
And with room to spare on that
Okay.
back. I was
Wow.
shocked. These are pretty efficient houses.
Oh yeah, I can see
The
that.
mini splits don't take a lot. The LED obviously doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're insulated well.
Mhm.
Right, so this is that 16-foot.
8x16.
Element.
Okay. Element.
Yeah, these are
Okay.
utilitarian, but
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I do live in one of these. They're very functional.
Uh huh. Yeah, I think I remember seeing this one too.
Cooktop.
It's just different to be able to walk inside
Absolutely.
than
Yeah.
to just see it on the
See,
video and
you
dream about
get a-
walking inside.
You get a feel for the depth then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like for me, you know, to use the loft appropriately, I would put in stairs, and
Yeah.
for mine, I did put in stairs.
Okay.
And I don't have a couch or anything, but I just have a table for my desk and computers, and a chair and a TV.
Okay.
I actually made a bar. I made a wall here.
Okay,
With
yeah.
shelving on the other side.
Uh-huh.
You know, this goes out, so I actually have a bigger place to, you know, like have my blender and stuff like that. for
Sure.
my cocktail.
Okay.
And then a place to set stuff. Then I have shelving there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this loft is huge.
Absolutely. So if you think of this as being 16 feet, you know, it's about 10 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It's
Okay.
massive. So I got that in mind.
Really?
And then I have about 5 feet extra.
Okay, we got this shot to that. Don't. I keep telling myself, I can do this, I can. Oh yeah, this is massive.
Yeah.
I love it.
You can put, you know, Kelly up there or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You could still, you know, a bed up here and storage it. It would be great. And this is I like this.
Yep, standard iron railing.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, I am definitely not against the ladder.
And you know, I've just been thinking of these lately is making these just even a little bit deeper. You know, so it's a little bit easier to walk up on.
Yeah. But you said this one you are putting stairs in these two?
No, you could.
You could.
You could.
But, okay.
Mine I did.
Okay.
Yes.
So was that better, or did you feel that was
I
much
use
better?
it more often. I don't
Okay.
think I would use it as much if I didn't have the stairs.
Okay, cool.
I just,
I like that.
you know, at nighttime, you know, have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
I don't really, not a ladder guy. Yeah.
My brother said, just put a cassette toilet in the loft and change it every 3 days.
Yeah. And then it's never going to get an aroma, you know.
Yeah.
So this, you know.
Okay. For the
you
washer dryer.
Washer dryer, you know, you put a shelf over it.
Sure,
whatever,
sure.
You know, like, yeah, you know, hanging bar for clothes.
Exactly,
you know.
exactly.
This one has
That
this
little
little
cubby there.
closet. You know,
I love it.
kind of same shower design. Yeah.
Cool.
And this, you know, is, you know, we don't do, you know, drywall. This
Right.
is just plywood.
Okay.
Sanded plywood.
Cool.
And we just painted.
Great. Okay. And I love the windows. They look like they're really very efficient. And you all do the black and the white, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, and all these windows open.
Wow. Great. Yeah, where I'm at, we get a lot of wind, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The winds are the main things. The people are building their barn dominiums over their RVs. Yeah, nice.
Right, so this is a
Okay.
element as well.
Okay.
What?
20 foot. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Nice. So the same thing, just a little bit more.
Well,
Living
there's actually
space.
a lot of differences though. So the kitchen's up here.
Okay.
So kind of moved all the kitchen. You know, the idea would be is we could make a box like you've seen, for your refrigerator. Obviously, there'll be a cutout so you can access this.
Okay.
And so kind of more everything would be here. We could obviously put cabinets in or just shelving.
Sure.
You know, all here. We could add a countertop here.
Okay.
You know, either for work or, you know, more storage. Wow. Cutting, maybe a cutting board on it.
Okay.
You know.
And this is the Element 20 foot.
Right. And this one becomes a lot easier. If we put in a stairwell, it doesn't take up as much space.
Right.
And the stairwell's going to come out to about, you know, here.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But you could still put like a couch here if you wanted to,
Yep.
but, you know, a couple of, you know, fluffy chairs or something. Yeah.
And then a place for your washer dryer. Either you can have it sitting there, or we can make a platform so it's raised.
Yeah.
You know, really, I think you know, if you put it down and just put a counter over it, I think
Okay.
it's
And the loft. Okay. I won't climb up this time. But I see there's a lamp up there. So, okay. So there's furniture up there too?
yeah.
Yep.
Nice stage.
I guess I'm just gonna
Yeah. Nice stage, too.
do the climb. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. Okay. Nice. I like the window there. Love the window. Very good. Okay. All right. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Get your information there. Very good. Very good. And the standard.
You know, the
bathroom.
induction. This one, you know, so normally you wouldn't have the quartz countertop or induction. So this is a la carte, you know, if you want this, that, or whatever. It's kind of like what's important to people. So you get it to a low price point, and then what do you want?
Gotcha.
So, and I can send you a list of it.
Sure, great. All right.
Straight back.
Bathroom, okay. Yeah, the less bathroom, the less to clean.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's my motto.
Yeah. It's a good one to live by. That's all I've got out here.
Okay.
But we can go around that.
Okay.
And, take you through the shop and show you.
Okay. How long does it take to make one custom, or like if you have something on the lot that I could, you know, get, then I could just take what's already here?
Yeah,
or
so like a couple of these I have available. So like some of those elements, like 24-foot Aria. I have a VISTA. It's not here. It's over at a church.
Okay.
So those are available. But to make something, we're moving away from custom. We're doing because we have so many models. We're having it so that if you want, you know, like a counter or something like that, those are easy. But you know, anything beyond that, we're not doing.
Gotcha.
But normally it's, you know, we're looking at about 2 months.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty good turnaround.
So this is again another 20-foot
Okay.
element.
Okay.
This one she's getting propane gas. Where do I just took in.
Okay. Propane. Okay. Cool. All right. Element in the making. Okay. I like that.
That's like the one you saw up front.
Yeah. Okay. So that siding.
Metal siding.
That's a metal siding.
Yeah.
So with that, that's additional compared to the wood siding?
Yeah, it's more expensive.
Okay.
And with Trump doing his tariffs, it's even more expensive.
I know. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Because the materials are costing more.
Well, he really is keeping a lot of the tariffs on the steel, importing of steel, which means just domestic prices have gone up.
Yeah. Doggone it.
Right, so this is the Genesis.
All right. Genesis in the making. Okay, with the stairs. Okay. Cool. Oh, sorry. Okay. You're good. Thank you. Thank you.
So again, you know, it still kind of has that galley kitchen. Like you caught on before, you know, right? This used to have just a ladder. Now we put the stairs in here.
Yeah.
Kind of made the loft just a smidge smaller.
Okay.
But this one's been very popular. Just really cute. You know, if this was outside, you would just feel like, oh wow, this is so bright.
Yeah.
You know, we got an extra window up there now.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. All right. And this is a Genesis.
This is the Genesis.
And this is a 20-footer.
No, 16.
This is a 16?
Yeah.
Wow. What? It looks like it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the end of the day, your living area is going to be, you know, here. And a lot of people do a couch or a table.
Yes.
And then, you know, some people will even just put a chair down here at the bottom and just kind of scoot up.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this would be nice to have a little chair right here. Yeah. A little sectional, or, you know, a little small couch or something.
And then kind of our standard bathroom that you see in most of them.
Right.
A place for your washer dryer. You know, we put a counter goes above it. And then you have room for either another cabinet or what have you.
Sure. Okay.
And then the fridge can go in here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this one, since we redesigned it, has been very popular.
Wow.
I can't keep it on the lot.
16 feet. Man, this is a great use of space for a 16-footer. I don't know. It just felt like it was bigger than that when I came in, especially when I look and I see that bump out in there too.
Well, and so if you did want bigger, just remember, so the Aria 20 is the next one.
Right.
So you were in the 24.
Right.
So this is that same family.
Gotcha. Okay.
But this one feels bigger. It feels like you get a lot more for it than like the 16-foot element that we were in. The 16-foot element had
it does feel bigger.
Just the plywood, not this very nice walls. Didn't have as many windows like this that were big. Didn't have this nicer cabinetry.
Yeah.
Yes, it may be just the same amount of living space. Maybe there's less in this, on the first floor.
Okay.
But this is just much more schwank type thing.
Right. Okay.
Better feel to it.
Cool. Wow. It's nice. It's very bright. It just does have a bigger feel. Yeah. I like it. This is the Genesis 16.
And this is at,
with stairs.
40,000.
40,000. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Most of these are custom, so
sure.
Show you a little bit of it, but I want to pick you one that is coming up off the line.
Okay.
This is an Avalon unit.
Oh, the Avalon. Okay.
So this is our redesigned Avalon.
Okay.
This is version 2. There's still the version 1. But this one we actually kind of flipped it around. So a lot of people buy an Avalon because they want a first floor bedroom. So we decided to put it in the first floor bedroom and just be done with it. Wow. This has a full-size bed with a place for your storage. The bed is one of those types that you can lift up and down.
Okay.
And
wow. With storage.
So.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can do your storage absolutely.
Okay.
You can put a TV right there.
Yeah. Cool.
Get your little room.
Wow. So it's a little bit more privacy, but it's on the first floor.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Loft above for the queen.
Gotcha. So we got a loft up there, and then one on the other side too.
And then on this one we put the orientation for the. Normally the couch would face the big window.
Yes.
So on this one we decided, well, people want to use the couch because they want a TV.
Right.
We wanted to still keep a big window. So the only other way to do it would have been to keep the couch here and have a projector screen. But that's pretty tight to do.
Especially with the door.
So, so we just didn't think, so we flipped it around. And so now you can either have a pedestal, like a TV here. Yeah. Or you could have, bigger wall mount TV.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you do a wall mount, you can even offset it. You could then have a chair here,
right?
Sitting.
Yes. Yeah. There's a counter. Okay, yeah. I love it. And that's kind of like an entertainment center. Wow. Nice.
Put that in the other day.
Okay.
And this is one of the few that actually has regular doors, but they're all wood doors. Okay. Solid wood.
Wow. Okay. Great. Got the bump out.
Standard bathroom.
Standard bathroom. 36-inch shower. All right. The bump out. Cool. The Avalon. Okay, yeah. That's what I remember. The Avalon has a separate bedroom on the first floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And that's a full-size bed in there.
That is.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. And that can take a full or a queen, right?
Queen.
The top, the loft, queen. And then this one looks like it might take like a twin.
Twin. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay. LED lighting. I really like the LED lighting.
Yeah,
that's great.
Do. And it's very efficient.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Wow.
I think they have other LED in here as well. I think there's underneath the cabinet.
Underneath the
LED
cabinets.
because you see a wire there.
Okay.
There's probably some LED in the bathroom in there.
Yeah. Washer dryer connector there. Cool. Nice.
So here's one. This is a cute one too.
I love the metal siding, but yeah.
This is a custom unit.
Okay.
Some kitchen, a lot of windows in this unit.
Yeah.
And it's just, just storage. This is kind of like a modified VISTA.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, so the VISTA always has the stair back,
Right?
and but they have so many windows, you know.
Yeah, so it's like the stairs on the other side.
Yeah.
Cool. I love that. I love that floating loft idea. That is just...
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, my brother, the architect, he says, that's genius, that's genius. Yeah.
Because what more spacious. We have one where we made it so you can actually walk up a few little stairs and you're on a loft, and that loft you can walk on.
Okay.
And then you can still walk in the first floor. So it's like
I
a
like
split
that.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's the ceiling height on this? Like, what, 7 feet?
Here, it's I think like 6'8".
6'8"? Okay. So then there's still more head space at the top.
Not about
5?
40 inches on the high side. That's
Cool. That's
So
real
now
good.
these are on the very top. It's 13.5
Yes.
from the ground, and so
Yes.
you're losing 2 feet right off the bat.
Yes. With the wheelbase.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So this is 2 feet right here.
Okay. So, quick question. So, of course, the metal siding lasts longer. Does it? The wood is the wood treated, because where I'm at, the biggest battle is mice. We have like 2 types of rattlesnake. We have mice. We have roadrunners, bobcat, rabbits, coyote.
Yeah,
but
no,
the
this-
mice are the biggest problem.
So, I'm not sure what to say on the mice. If they're going to chew through this, which they do chew through wood. We just give this one layer of clear coat. This is something you would have to maintain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So the wood we would have to maintain ourselves, but if we got the metal siding,
Yeah, that'll
That'll
last.
be- that'll last.
You're looking
Okay.
at 50 years.
wow. Okay.
And all the roofs have metal roofs as well.
Yes. Great. 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 Yeah, I think I'm loving the metal siding idea. You're the guy on the videos I've been watching. Hi, I'm Effie.
Jacob, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. From Los Angeles. I got in this morning. Yeah.
They're from California. They're
Awesome.
second in my area.
Hey, all right. Los Angeles. Really?
may have been
we
on
might
the
have been on the
same
same flight.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
No.
We got in at 6 o'clock this. Okay, yeah, I got here I left last night, like around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I got here this morning, so yeah, Californians.
So,
But yeah, so so it would be part-time living in, and weekends renting out to others.
good to meet you.
You
I'll
too.
let him show
Thank
you
you so
around.
much.
So.
You're a celebrity, you know that, right?
This is a 32.
Oh man, woo! It's massive. Now, what is this siding here? What is this called?
Just LP.
The LP.
Yeah, it's
So
a
it's
standard.
something that we would have to maintain as well.
You'd have to paint it.
Just paint it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what you'll find on most American houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can rot if it gets wet. So I mean, if you look, it's kind of, if you come inside, it'll have, this isn't it, but it'll have some
Yeah.
of that type of wood.
Gotcha.
But it's a little bit more gluey. So it doesn't, if you expose this to water, this is bad.
Yeah.
The other one, if you expose to water, it's not good, but it's going to last long.
Yeah. So if you put a polyurethane on that, how would that do? Could you
Well,
do that with that siding?
You could. The siding comes with kind of a primer on it.
Okay.
So polyurethane isn't gonna, it's not gonna help it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not gonna look good.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
the primer looks like crap.
Okay.
So, and I don't even, maybe we can get it on prime. I'm sure we could.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go with more natural wood. No, that's an interesting question. I'll actually find out, because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
But this is becoming a little bit of our standard
Yeah.
comb, like for a 32. We
Uh-huh.
don't make a lot of 32s, and we've been looking kind of for a model, so we've been working with this customer.
Okay.
This is the design of it, but the idea would be to have a bedroom in the back
Yeah.
with a loft, kind of like that Avalon,
Right.
a loft in the front, with a bigger bathroom.
Okay.
So this
Yeah.
would have the great thing about this has a place for
32 feet.
washer dryer. and
Okay.
You can have a stack,
Okay. Yeah.
toilet, but a
Okay.
bigger shower. This is all shower.
Okay. Wow.
So 48-inch shower.
Nice. Okay. And then that would be closet back there?
Now, this would be your bump out.
The bump out
for your
with the sink.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow, 32. Oh my goodness. So see, my RV is a Lazy Days, and it's 8.5. Well, 8 by 20, 8 by 19.
Okay.
And so I've gotten accustomed to the 20 feet, but my brother always says you got to do 24 to 32. I'm like, no. But you know, when you're inside of it, it's like, oh yeah, this is great.
Well, if you're putting 4 people into
Yeah.
a home,
Yeah.
more space the better.
Right.
This one actually will hold a king size bed.
Wow. Okay.
But there's only a little bit of room left on each
On the
side,
sides,
so
yeah.
it actually full. And it's one we're making a custom cabinet, so it lifts
Mm-hmm.
up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mattress does come with it when you're...
No.
No. Okay, got you. Okay. Because I am married to my mattress. Oh, it's a king size, and I want to
Yeah.
take it wherever I go, but
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is massive.
This
yeah.
is
Compared, I mean, it's twice the 16, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's nice. Very nice. I can see how it's going to look when it's done. Amazing. Alrighty. 1 foot at a time. Thank you very much.
So this is another custom unit. Came under a lot of storage.
This is 32.
32. First floor bedroom.
Wow.
That's it. Just one a lot of room.
Okay.
These are automatic blinds, so you press a button and they pull down. Wow.
Okay. Wow. Nice. Lots of closet space. Okay.
Special
Storage.
floors. These are nice floors.
Okay. Awesome. Wow, this is really, I mean, not having the loft, you can feel the
Yeah.
spaciousness of it.
She's one of the few that actually picked out a different paint color.
Okay.
Normally we do just our, antique white.
Uh-huh.
This is her color. Actually, kind of big. There's another color that's a little warmer than this.
Okay.
It's more of a brown to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Kind of
But I guess
beige.
if you had it outside,
It's pretty
it's
mellow.
different, too.
Yeah. I like it.
It goes well with the floors.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but interesting thing, this inset, the
That's really
quartz,
nice.
quartz settles.
Yeah.
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 Not necessarily a cheap item.
Wow. So this is not marble.
No, it's quartz.
Quartz.
Yeah, and quartz.
Okay. And quartz below there.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that
Over the
wild?
wheelbase.
Quartz on
That's beautiful.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the green cabinets. That's been nice.
Yes.
Been just putting a lot more of those in.
Okay. So these are just like for, okay.
Yeah. It's
So for like
so
storage.
She could put a rod through there if she wanted to have
Right?
clothes. This is for a
Exactly.
gal.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then just do kind of your standard bathroom as well.
Okay. With the bump out.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. And then the loft. That's for a twin.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. Okay.
We are making our lofts just a smidge bigger, so they'll hold a full nicer.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. A refrigerator here. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Wow, you guys are busy.
Sorry about the stairs.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Amazing.
That's about all I got to show you.
That's plenty.
Of the houses.
That is plenty. Wow. So
show
this
you a
is
little bit
32, huh? Wow.
This one's a 24.
That's a 24.
The one we were just in.
Wow. I guess because the ceiling was high without the other loft,
Yeah.
it looked bigger like that one over there. Okay. Yeah, I like that metal siding.
And then, we make all of our own trailers.
Oh,
a lot of China
wow.
companies outsource
Really?
that. We make all of our own trailers,
Uh-huh.
and they're overbuilt, meaning their code only requires 6 inches of a beam. We do 8 inches,
Okay.
so there's no give in it.
Okay.
But quite proud of our trailers.
Yeah.
even to the point where you kind of barely see it back there, but there's a dumpster. So we've been making dumpsters now too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you make the whole trailer.
Yeah, so we'll get raw
Base,
steel
the
in
whole
here.
base.
It'll just,
Yeah.
they'll drop it off, and then they'll take the forklift and they'll actually move it around there. And then there's a cutting machine, that green machine.
Wow.
You put the big beam in there, and he cuts it to size.
Yeah.
And then back there in the corner, he starts assembling it, and then he brings it out here.
Okay.
He does his wiring and whatever he's doing, and then he'll, they take it, put the guys who, put the wood on it. So that's essentially the foundation right there.
Yes.
That's a trailer. That's a finished trailer.
Okay.
Those we just kind of keep in storage and make. And so like when we want to make a new home, we just say, "Here, give us $1,000 and we'll start."
Yeah.
Because we got a trailer, and we know we can always sell a trailer.
Yes.
And always, because we can always put a home on it. And then when we, like for construction of a new house, it's 4 payments of, along discrete. We put the walls up, we get paid. Plumbing, heating, electrical in, we get paid.
Okay.
Insulation, framing, the walls, we get paid. Finish inspection and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really the customers. We're fronting the and then the customer gets to see, oh, okay, I see that you're making my home.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice. Huge. That is huge. Wow. So you said the standard time is about 2 months. You can get one done.
Yeah. Standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So this base is what, like a 20-footer?
That looks like a 20-footer.
A 20?
Yeah.
And
No, that's a 16.
That's a 16?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the one next to it's a 16 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So right now he's putting the suspension in and the axles.
Okay.
And actually, that's right, because we're waiting on a shipment of axles for our 20s and 24s.
Okay.
So all he's making right now is 16.
Okay. Let me just say that I love Southern hospitality. And when I tell you Steve rolled out the red carpet for me while I was in Atlanta, OMG, it was such a worthwhile trip to see everything that Dragon Tiny Homes has to offer. And I tell you what, Steve is a professional and the kindest salesperson I have dealt with in a very long time. So I'm so appreciative for the time that he gave me while I was there. And let me just say that Dragon Tiny Homes is a super strong contender for me making the purchase. And I thought I liked the VISTA when I first started looking at the videos on YouTube, but now I super love the VISTA. Thank you, Dragon Tiny Homes. Thank you so much for everything, Steve. We tripping!